Okay, so hi, I'm Mateusz, and I wanted to talk something that was inspired by the early morning talks yesterday, actually. So shout out to all the people that did that work. I would really use it at some point. So what I'm going to talk about is about the project that we got funded by European Space Agency, and the basic question we got is how fast you can drive a rover, teleoperated rover, on Moon. That was the question we got, and we did this project with our subsidiary, GapSpace. So we started on very tight schedule last November with basically Scout. This is a EOD, former EOD rover. And by December, we had some quasi-lunar simulation. And then we had early this year some basic prototype for what we want to use. And 2 months later, we have the ready version of a system which consists of the rover and the operator console. And this system is not very simple. But thanks to ROS, it was quite easy to do. Maybe only difficult part was this data link in the middle that we wanted to simulate constraint like delays up to 5 seconds and low data rates. So we used 2 ROS bridges tied up together and UDP messages to make that work. That was certainly a challenge. But just 2 separate ROS systems from the console and for the robot and the bridges inside and make it work. With ROS 2, obviously, there will be no issue. So with that, we went to a quarry, and thanks to some people there and their equipment, and thanks to some of my team that literally lifted rocks, we built the test site. And we started to driving. So what operator would see would be something like this. Multiple screens, robot data from the 3D sensor, from the cameras. This is actually an example from the simulator, but in the real, I didn't have a screenshot for that. And obviously this is for higher data rates. So with lower data rates, there was certainly much less things to see. And this is the kind of the mission they would do. And we started to drive. And we drove during nights, which you don't see much, but it looks like a moon. And during days, and we did that for like 2 weeks. And after that, very exhausted teams, team of operators and engineers finished the project mainly. What was left was to write the reports, and we were very happy with the results. So shout out to all the contributors of the ROS and simulators and stuff like this, because we can do it thanks to you. And what are next steps? So hopefully with the contract extension next year, we will go with the bigger robot. Thank you.